Anyone who's owned a dog or worked closely with them will tell you what a positive effect they have on their well-being. But dogs can do much more than just provide companionship or lift our spirits. They also help us navigate life in very tangible ways. From simply providing their quiet, reassuring presence.
I've been humbled by seeing some of these very simple moments be super ultra meaningful. At the end of the day, we recognize there's this super important relationship that can help healing.
I'm astonished by how strong that bond can be and by how much they do for you as an animal.
Push. Good boy.
To enhancing the lives of people who live with a disability.
Come on, Rex. Come on, yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
They have been trained so well, and their personality is such that it's, how can I help you? What can I do for you? I'm here for you, no matter what.
Having a guide dog gave me a confidence in myself that I didn't have before. I just knew that it was going to change my life.
Witness the powerful bond between humans and these amazing creatures. How through their intelligence, loyalty, and skill, our lives are made better.
They make the world a better place, and they make us better people because of it.
The dogs know as soon as we hit the parking lot. That dog perks up. The dog wants to be here. We pop out of the car. Those of us with dogs that have a lot of hair, out comes the brush. We're putting the final touches on that beauty. And then we start on our journey.
Kathy Montgomery and her dog Mickey have an important job to do today. Kathy is the volunteer in charge of Sutter Hospital's pet therapy program.
Sutter's Paws on Call is a group of volunteers. We have about 20 to 25 volunteer dogs. Good boy. And our job is to come around and visit with the patients. Okay, in we go. Hello.
Oh, hi.
We're not walking in when we come in with these dogs and asking them how they're feeling. We're not coming in with needles. We're not wearing a white coat. We're just there.
Hi there. It takes my mind off my back and the other pains that are going on. Bringing happiness to everybody you visit, aren't you? For some reason, it just kind of goes away for a brief moment.
We know that what we're delivering is important. It's the stress relief. It's just breaking up that moment.
Yes.
Hi there. Hi. This is Mickey. Hi, Mickey.
We get the same comments from nurses that we get from patients, and the nurse will say, I so needed this today. They may have lost a patient, and then here come the dogs. So it's just as much, absolutely just as much for the staff.
Not only do I feel like they're making a difference, they are making a difference. It provides patients with a sense of what is normal, and that makes all the difference in the world to a person.
So good to see you.
So much of how we engage with patients is foreign and unfamiliar and frightening, and I think patients appreciate a moment when they can see a friendly face at the end of the leash.
It's very heartwarming, and it just makes you happier.
I've been humbled by seeing some of these very simple moments be super ultra meaningful.
I don't have words to explain.
Being a good boy.
It means a lot to me.
At the end of the day, we recognize there's this super important relationship that can help healing. It's incredibly powerful.
It's quite common for people to confuse therapy dogs with service dogs. Yes, there's indeed a difference between the two. Margaret Peterson is a service dog instructor with Canine Companions for Independence, the world's largest organization that raises and trains assistance dogs for people who live with a disability. She explains the difference.
A therapy dog is a dog who typically is a pet dog, and they are trained. Often they're certified through some sort of organization, and they may be invited to a specific location, such as a hospital or a school, to provide some sort of therapy there. They don't have public access, so you can't just take your therapy dog to the grocery store because the dog doesn't have a task or a job to do there. Their job is working with people where they're invited. The service dog is a dog that is trained to do a task, so they are helping somebody who has a disability. They have access to take their dog with them because that dog is assisting them to live an independent life.
Today, Margaret and her team are training these pups the essential commands needed to one day become a service dog.
Yeah. That's a girl. Good job,
So definitely, goal is to help people become more independent. We have had people who have had to rely on people all their lives, and they get a dog, and all of a sudden, they're not alone anymore. They don't have to ask their neighbor or their friend to come in to help with picking something up.
Picking up an item is just one of the many commands these dogs can do.
They can pull somebody in a manual wheelchair. They can tug open a door or a drawer. Some people use that command also to tug a laundry basket or some sort of container.
Nice job.
Pushing things with their nose, whether it's pushing a door closed or a drawer. Turning on and off the lights.
One of the hardest things to train, and most important, is keeping the dogs focused at all times.
Training and distraction is a big part of it. The graduate dogs, when they go out in public, they have to focus on what their commands and their tasks are. They can't be looking at somebody else walking down the street. If the person drops something right then, they need that focus.
Not all the dogs end up making the cut.
About 50% of the dogs make it through and graduate. There are some release dogs that don't make it, and they might be released for a medical reason or a behavioral reason. And some dogs just choose that's not for them, and they'd rather go be a pet.
In some cases, the dogs will go on to become a hospital therapy dog. But for the dogs that successfully complete the intensive training program, it's on to the next step in their journey.
Rex, let's go.
Being matched with a person who will rely on them day in and day out. At 17 years old, Darren Pete's life changed suddenly and forever when he broke his neck in a tragic swimming accident.
Considering that I'm in a wheelchair, I have lived a pretty normal life, I guess you would say. My perspective was, no, life's not over. There's still, you're here for a purpose, and you're still here to do something.
He married his college sweetheart, Lorena, and before long, they adopted their daughter, Sarah, and son, Adam.
And at that point, with my son who has special needs, I said, you know something, not only could the dog help me, but it could help my son. My first service dog was Robus. Now that he's retired, he's a little more relaxed. Now Robus can kick back and say, okay, you young whippersnapper, you can go work with him. I'm going to sit here and sleep a little longer. So now I have Rex, and Rex is 2 years old. He has a real lovable heart. He wants to please people. He cracks me up because he's always looking around, trying to figure out, okay, you want me to do this? You want me to do this? What do you want me to do? Whereas Robus was like, hey, I know what I'm doing. Just give me the command, I'll do it. They're with you, 24/7.
Perfect. Keep going. Push. Go ahead, you do it. Rex, push. Good boy.
Every day that I go to work, I take Rex with me. It's Mr. Pete's and Rex. We go hand in hand,
Go, Rex.
2 peas in a pod. I teach at Delldale Elementary School. I teach kindergarten. Usually I have the kids help me, or I have the parents help me, or my instructional assistant. But when they're gone, who do I have? I have Rex. When I come on in the morning and get everything all set up, if I'm dropping stuff on the ground, he's there to help me out.
Rex, step. Come on, you do it. Up you go. Up you go. Good boy. Good boy.
He usually goes to his bed and he's relaxing, just taking it easy until reading time.
Rex, here.
They love to sit there and just share a book with him. And Rex will just sit there quietly and just listen to them. A dog is a great audience. He really encourages the kids to get a book and read. For some of them, that's what they need. They just need someone to listen to them and let them practice the reading skills that they have so far. For some of my kids, that connection you have with animals, really helps them. Sometimes they're just having a bad day and they're really either sad or they're really upset. I will have them go and sit next to Rex and they can pet him for a while until they calm down.
He's so cute and adorable, and I like to read to him. Rex makes me feel good.
Unlike their pet at home, they can't just interact with him all the time. It's always in a structured manner. So when I have the leash and he's hooked up to me, then they know, okay, Mr. Pete's is the pack leader, so we have to not even touch him. And they're really good at that. They learn very quick.
Of course, it's not all work and no play.
Recess time has been a lot of fun with Rex just because he is so excited to be out there with the kids. While I'm in a class, I'll definitely have a dog. He's part of the class. And for some of the kids, he's part of their family.
While Darren truly believes that Rex enhances his students' educational and personal experience, at the end of the school day, he's most grateful for having a service dog in his own life, as well as a companion.
Go, Rex.
A dog is great to be able to help me when I'm out there, whether at work or whether I'm out there in society. There's also that other part that a dog provides that is much more emotional. How you doing? Oh yeah, you're a good boy. Yes, you are. I'm astonished by how much they do for you. They have been trained so well, and their personality is such that it's, how can I help you? What can I do for you? I'm here for you. Yes, you're a good boy. No matter what.
Another type of highly trained dog, which Canine Companions for Independence provides, is a facility dog, such as Huggy, UC Davis Health's first facility dog.
Say Huggy visit. There you go, good boy. Huggy is the connection between their home life and the medical world. And it lets them see something that's not scary. Do you feel that? Kids just light up. Kids are just so excited that, wait, there's a dog that works here, and I now gotta have a dog at my visit every single time I come in. Okay, come on.
He visits young patients at the UC Davis Comprehensive Cancer Center every week, Monday through Friday.
So we're gonna throw the ball this way, and let's see if he'll get it. Do you wanna be the first one? Huggy. What's that? You have to squish it. Get him really excited. It's up to the child on how they want to engage with him. Good boy! You did it! I've had kids pick up his ear and whisper secrets in there, or tell him that he loves them. Sometimes he will snuggle up next to a child and lay there for hours on end. That is something that I cannot provide them, and that a nurse cannot provide them, or a doctor cannot do for them. They can provide that therapeutic touch that a lot of humans cannot provide.
Who's that?
And it helps people that you wouldn't even imagine. At the end of the day, once all the patients have gone home, the nurses and doctors get to come out and play with Huggy and interact. It helps them as well. It helps them release the emotion of the day and the stress of the day. So everybody wants a little piece of Huggy. There is not a day that goes by when I have Huggy here that I bring him up to a patient and I think, this is the reason why Huggy's here today. When I can see a child make it through the day when otherwise it would have been a really difficult day for them, to me that's like, that is gold, that we can bring in something that will help a kid get through that moment.
Huggy?
Janice Walth is someone else whose life has been improved with having a dog by her side.
I was born with retinitis pigmentosa. Basically, it's a degenerative condition of the retina. And I've always been legally blind.
However, being blind has not stopped Janice from living a full life. She received a bachelor's degree and established a successful career.
I felt very accomplished. I'd say that the only thing that I was lacking was independence, and the guide dog is what gave me all that.
Is that your collar on?
Yeah, you ready to go?
You ready to go?
My guide dog now is Vargo, and he's my 4th dog.
Oh boy.
He's just amazing. He loves his job. He just loves everything about being a working dog, you can just tell.
Good boy, Vargo. Forward.
He's everything that I want in a guide dog, which is he's driven, he takes initiative. You have that confidence to go out and do things on your own. Run errands around the neighborhood.
Hello. Hi, Janice. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
Go beyond your own neighborhood. I always feel like if I get into trouble, if I start to get lost, I just reach down and you know, touch him on the head or his back, and he just gives me comfort, and okay, we're in this together, we'll figure this out. You put your life into their hands. You know, basically, every time you go out of the house with them.
Wait for the bus. See? Wait for the bus here.
Having a guide dog has changed my life a lot. It's in looking back that you really realize how my life has changed and how it evolved through getting that first guide dog and not knowing what the possibilities were going to be for me. I had gotten my first guide dog in 1994 from Guide Dogs for the Blind in San Rafael. Mine was Naples. We really clicked, Naples and I.
That team bond does take time. And every single time there's always a touch of magic that goes into that pairing. Something that we never in a million years could have thought about, but it's there and it makes the bond unique. The creation of a guide dog is a huge process. It actually starts at the DNA level. We breed our own dogs. Approximately 900 puppies are born every year here on our San Rafael campus. The first 10 weeks of life are critically important for the development of a dog, similar to the first 3 years of life for a human. Basically, the foundation for who you will become is set. So, what we're doing on our campus is exposing our puppies to as much of the world as we can. We want them to hear loud noises, different surfaces, play, lots of different people, lots of touch. We have this wonderful position here called cuddler, and that starts that process so that that foundation is set. In order to be a guide dog, you have to be able to focus. You have to have confidence, but not dominance. What it also takes to be a guide dog, believe it or not, is you have to learn to be able to walk in a straight line. Now, not all dogs can do that. You have to relinquish all trust to the guide dog. So you as a person have to allow your dog to make the decisions for you.
The first time I got to actually walk with a guide dog was a pretty amazing experience. It was scary, it was exhilarating, because you were walking faster than you ever had walked on your own. And you just start thinking, you know, this is a dog's guiding me. How does this is kind of scary, how do I trust him? You know, and that's what you're doing, building that trust and building that partnership. Naples and I never skipped a beat, and it was Naples that gave me that confidence.
It's wonderful to see that incredible bond between our clients and our guides, and everything that our clients accomplish because of that bond.
Naples helped me to grow and to say, I want more out of life, and I can do more than I'm doing here. So it was just what I needed.
Janice got the courage to start a new life with her loyal companion by her side. She eventually found love. She met Courtney, and they married in 2002. And it was Courtney who introduced Janice to the sport of archery.
Because Courtney loves the sport so much, I thought, I want to try and do that, see what it's like.
She doesn't let anything hold her back. You know, here is a visually impaired person shooting archery. She was the pioneer. 18, 19 years ago, she got up there and she started shooting, and we had a crowd behind us that was just, couldn't believe what we're doing.
Janice became the first blind archer in the U.S. to compete at a national level. Today, she's a world-class competitive archer, currently holding both world and national records in archery for the visually impaired. And all this probably would not have happened if it wasn't for her dog, Naples.
Come on, Naples! Go!
I had Naples for 10 years, and he passed away in 2004. When I lost Naples, that was my first experience. It's like you just feel like you've lost your right hand, your right arm. There's just something missing in just the hole in your heart. You need that dog. You want that independence back that you had. So I went back 3 months later, and it was very difficult for me, because I wasn't through grieving for Naples.
The puppy raiser. She said he has white on his, like over his shoulders. She called them his angel wings because his coloring over his shoulders is lighter, I guess, than the rest.
I think dogs are a special gift from God. They're amazing creatures, so We're very fortunate.
Got you. I got you. Silly goose. Silly goose.
It's amazing to me what a guide dog is capable of. I still don't quite get how they do what they do. It's always a mystery, and I really can't believe that they're there and doing this for us.
Every team that we graduate, we really believe that we're helping to change the world in a positive way. They make the world a better place, and they make us better people because of it.
I'm just a person who's blind and wants to participate in life as fully as I can. And a guide dog helps me do that in a big way.
There's something really warm about that unconditional love and that unconditional caring that only an animal can give.
How could you not love a little thing like this? They win you over just by looking at you.
Now that I see all the things that a dog can do for you, not only physically but also emotionally, no, I can't see my life without a dog.